Day number 1 of the alumni weekend here. So I have, this is that rig that I was borrowing from my brother. I picked it up yesterday and I have my camera right here. Today's event is, I believe there's like gonna be 4 or 5 speakers who are gonna put on small little presentations, and then right afterwards is gonna be some sort of a dinner that's hosted. I don't have a super specific plan as far as what I'm gonna film. My plan is to just kind of go and just film the whole thing and then try to piece something together afterwards. So just how I do with these vlogs basically. So just try to capture what is going on there and then piece it together. So basically I'm going right now, gonna film the whole event, and then take that footage, come home, edit it together, and have it up and onto YouTube, or have it at least exported by tomorrow morning. So I'm leaving right now. The dinner starts in about an hour from now, or the whole presentation part of it starts in about an hour from now. Gonna go film day number 1. I'm bringing you guys along with me for this whole, it's 4-day thing. So bringing you guys along, and this will be a lot of fun here. I'm over here in Matthews Square area back here. And I think it's going on somewhere around in here. It's where this first thing is going on. Right around this corner over here. Looks like there's a lot of people just kind of walking around, mingling and such. I think, oh, this is it right here. Alumni Taste of UCSD. Better selfie there, huh?
Take it off and we'll keep going.
Yeah?
Keep going.
Selfie, right?
Here we go. This is Mark.
Mark,
we're both together. Selfie.
How's it going?
Good,
dude,
brother.
Mark. 81.
Yeah, communications.
Awesome. This is some good lighting right here. It's like
yeah,
nice and like
yeah, so it's diffused.
Yeah,
we call that
exactly.
nature's silk. I took my communications and used it to make videos.
Oh, cool, cool.
With big cameras.
Nice, awesome.
Patty.
All right, that was Mark right there. Class of 81. This is the start of the presentation right here. It's about to begin here.
It's about 6 years ago. It started with a tiny little dream that we would do something once a year, where we would open up the campus and we would reach out to as many alumni we possibly could and say, come back once a year. We know you come back throughout the year, but come back once a year, come back home and experience what you experienced before and see how it has evolved and how your degree and your institution continues to rise in its prominence. Just once a year. First year we did it, we had about 800 people that came back over a course of a 3-week program. This year, our 6th year, we're expecting 6,000 alumni and friends that are going to be here throughout the weekend, enjoying everything from our biggest ever Triton 5K to a conversation with one of our most prominent and celebrated alums, Nick Woodman, the founder of GoPro. And then we kick it. We have a huge celebration Saturday night, and then we end with a wonderful brunch in which we celebrate what really is at the core of the UC San Diego ethos, which is serving society in service of ourselves.
I will get it.
How fun!
No, it's all.
I can get some rock going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Standard dance moves, dancing. That works too. Yeah. So, I mean, the big challenge was, a lot of the academic types of
So the main event on the inside, the speeches that were going on are now over. And as you see behind me here, this is like all the food area here. So I'm gonna try to get some food before I take off here. There's a bunch of different, like for example, there's the A.L. Smith Brewing Company, Wild Coffee Roasters. All the way over there is the Secret Cookie Service. They have their own booth over there. All right guys, so day 1 here is finished. Well, the shooting part of it is finished anyway. I have to now go home and edit together this video that I shot today. This is the first of 4 videos that I'll be making this week. I was able to get a bunch of free food because they gave me a meal ticket. They had like this packet of tickets if you wanted to exchange them for food. The Secret Cookie Service, I saw these on their website, or I've been seeing them on their Facebook for the past few weeks now. This is one of their ice cream sandwiches right here. This one is bacon and chocolate chip right here. Some sort of like bacon ice cream with like chocolate chip cookies, I think. All right, I'm on campus for day number 2 here, which is the watermelon drop, and then the founder of GoPro, who apparently he graduated from the school, he is giving a talk today, and so I'm gonna go and film that as well. Look at this thing. Bunch of beer bottles. I did not think there's gonna be like this many bouncy things and like a photo booth over there. I didn't know all this stuff was gonna be going on here. 1, 2, 3 of these things.
We're celebrating the biggest anniversary yet. My name is Francesca and I'll be one of your MCs for today.
And I'm June, a proud UCSD alumni and the 31st Watermelon Queen back in 1995. This could be you 10 years from now, for sure. So let's go and get some little background on how this vision started, right?
Yeah.
The watermelon drop all started with the...
So, it seems like Cheryl has made it to the top, to the 7th floor. Okay, so we're gonna start our countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you not entertained? Give it up for Cheryl.
Alright, so the watermelon drop just ended. Now I'm making my way over to PC West right now because the talk with Nick Woodman is coming up right next. It's coming up right next. Coming up next right now. So that's at 2 o'clock. It's just after 1 right now. So I'm gonna get there a little bit early to get some B-roll footage and then hopefully just hang out until it starts.
What's happening?
You want to stand?
No,
You can do whatever you want to do.
no, I just want to put my little friend there because I want to show my children that I actually did this. I've got almost 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and a 3-month-old. So I figure I got to document all this so that they, they believe that this all really happened. So hard work can get you somewhere. And one thing led to another. The prototype was awesome, and the light bulb went off, and I realized, holy smokes! I think I just had my idea for my next business before I even left on this trip, which is supposed to bring me the inspiration for it. So the trip turned into an R&D trip for me to develop the idea, and it was the first surf trip that I had ever been excited to come home from. Normally you're alone, you're out of money, and then you wake up that morning and you're like, I have to go home today. And it's really depressing. In this case, I was really excited to go home because I'm going to go start GoPro. I didn't know the name of the company yet, but I'm going to go do that. And I think that there's another lesson there, which is coming up and saying, I'm going to come up with an idea is a really difficult thing to do, right? It just, by definition, you need inspiration, right? You need something that struck you over the head. And for me, I think that from what I've seen, one of the best ways for people to become inspired is to go do what you love. Because what's going to happen is you're going to enter an excited state. This is very scientific. This is very scientific. You're going to enter into a very heightened and excited state where the RPMs of the brain are going to kind of rev up, and you're just going to start thinking about things that you wouldn't think if you were sitting down at a desk saying, "We got to come up with something awesome." What's awesome? And it just doesn't work. Sometimes your passions, it's not that you make your career out of it, but your passions may lead you to do something where you meet somebody. And that meeting leads to a relationship that leads to something that leads to something, and one morning you wake up and you're like, my God, I can trace my happiness in my career all the way back to that bike ride I took when I met Johnny, and Johnny introduced me to Sarah, and Sarah had this incredible idea for something that I didn't even think about, I never cared about it. Now I'm in this, place where I'm doing what I love to do in life. In this day and age where we're not, I don't say we're all, but where a lot of people are maybe focused on getting ahead or on career or whatnot, maybe make sure you take enough time to pursue your own personal passions in life, because they might help you get to where you're ultimately trying to go.
Hello, good morning. It is the start of day 3. It is very early in the morning right now. I have not slept much the past couple of nights actually, so I got about an hour of sleep per night for the past 2 nights. I am so extremely tired right now. But today is the Triton 5K, which is the annual 5K that they put on. I did this race actually was it my first year? I think it was my first year I did this race. But back then it was called the Chancellor's 5K. I guess the year after I did it, they changed it to the Triton 5K. It's the same thing essentially. I think the course is pretty much the same thing. It might have changed a little bit. Every year they put on a 5K race that goes throughout our school. And the money that they make from it helps to support, I believe, scholarships for undergrads. So that's the major event for today that I'm going to be filming. I'm going to head off to school right now. I just made myself a coffee, but I don't really have time to drink it, so I'm going to drink it later. And I'll see you guys at the Triton 5K. So I ended up not vlogging very much when I was at the actual 5K itself because I was just busy filming everything else that was going on for the video that I was making. This preview that you're about to watch, as well as all the other videos that I made this week, are all now up and they're live on UCSD Alumni's YouTube channel. And I'll leave a little link right here directing you to their channel. So if you're interested, you can go watch the there's going to be 4, but right now there's only 3 of them up on their channel. This one that you're about to watch right now is a short little snippet from the Triton 5K. Roll the footage. Okay, and that was the preview of the Triton 5K video that I made. Once again, if you're interested in seeing any of the videos that I made this week, they're all up on UCSD Alumni's YouTube channel right now, which I believe is just UCSD Alumni. Right after I finish exporting this vlog right here, I'm gonna go and start editing day 4, which was just earlier today. They had a brunch this morning. Thank you for returning for part 2 of this week. It's been pretty hectic these past few days. Click on part 1 there if you're interested in seeing what I was up to during the first half of this week. Or you can click on the 1, 2, or 3 annotations there, and I'll see you guys next week.